Hello everyone. I hope you're staying well caffeinated. Today's video will be an answer to a question that I actually got a couple times. A lot of people have made videos about this, but yeah, sure, why not? It is training methods, including armor and places to go. The first one that I'm going to showcase is right over here in Blackwood. You can get to it by using this way shrine. And of course, you have to have the DLC for this, but that doesn't stop someone else from making it for you and just sending it to you in the mail. And what we're going to talk about today, well, first, is the Heartland Conqueror set. Let me get up to max level here. The Heartlands Conqueror set gives you a line of weapon and spell damage, a line of magicka, and a line of stamina. But the one that you want is that it increases the effectiveness of your weapon traits by 100%. Now, what that's great for is, of course, trading. See that? Increase experience gain from kills by 7%. When this is fully done, you can get almost 20% because of this effect down here. Of course, you have to have the materials to get it up that far, but I've been running around with weapons, I think it was 18%, 20%, and this is going to be the base of your training set. We are at our second set I would like to show you, which is Hunding's Rage. This one is really easy to get to and is a part of the base set. It is in Reaper's March, and you can get to it by this way shrine. This one gives you 2 lines of critical chance, a line of stamina, but it gives you a juicy amount of weapon and spell damage, with no drawback. Again, if you're having a hard time getting to it, or you know someone that can make it for you, this one is a great choice for stamina. You can use it on magic, but the stamina won't help you as much. Our next stop is Julianos. Like Hunding's Rage, it is in an easy to get to place, and I believe this Hrothgar was folded into the base game not too long ago. It has 2 options for way shrines, and if you can't get there yourself, don't have the materials, you can ask someone, or you could find it on the guild markets for pretty cheap. Like Hunding's Rage, it's a pretty good set. It just replaces the magic with it replaces stamina with magic. Julianos and Hunding's Rage are both used by endgame players because they are still very good options. And no one will get mad at you for using these. Our next stop is Oblivion's Fall. It's in Cold Harbor, which is a part of the main storyline, but you won't be able to get there until you either follow the game's story or get someone to take you there. This one might be an, in my opinion, set, but look at this. Weapon damage, penetration, critical chance, more weapon and spell damage. The only thing you can really contest is the 5. And really, the skill that it's asking you to use is not bad at all. It's a dot, which thanks to update 35, made much more important, and it'll fill those pesky empty soul gems. And on top of that, if you morph it into this one, you restore your little trifecta stats: health, magicka, and stamina. So this set isn't that bad. It has good stats. It does what you need. And it basically adds an additional dot that doesn't have that bad power. So, think about it. If you get it, I actually advise using it. And here we go. This is a Mac Daddy of training sets that'll also carry over into the late game. New Moon Acolyte. As you can see, it has a stronger version of what the last one had. Your penetration, weapon and spell damage, critical chance, and its downside is increase the cost of your active abilities by 5%, which in the grand scheme actually doesn't hurt you much. And if it really does, you can lower it with your jewelry or body glyph, if you want. But like I said, this will carry you to the end game like Hundings or Julianus will. No one will hate you for having this. Alright, boys and girls, this is it. This is the meat and potatoes of a lot of people's training. A very glitchy, high-paced death slaughter pit that is known as the Alakir Dolmen Run. These things go down so fast that a lot of times you can't really get a hit, but this is where you want to be. This gets you some of the most experienced bang for your buck, and all you have to do is a bit of damage. It's best to go with a group of your friends or just one other person, because experience is better when it's just one other person in your group. And I will suggest not doing this during peak time unless your internet is really good. And I'll show you the way shrines. This is the Alakir Desert. You're going to be looking for these way shrines right here. Goat's Head Oasis, Azwala, and Shrike's Eyrie. once you land at one of the places that has these little flashy X's, you're gonna have to run. Because there's always a lot of people here. And they take this down pretty fast. It is always best to have AoE here because it's a little hectic. And a lot of time you get this annoying little thing where the enemies don't actually pop in. But trust me people, all you have to do is pop an experience scroll and spend some time in the desert and you will be getting a lot of experience. A lot of levels. And your inventory will be full.
Approach, Featherless.
Alright, we've made it to our next stop, which is also in the Alakir Desert. It's called, well, we just call it Necropolis. You can get to it by using this way shrine right here after running through a bunch of NPCs. That will be annoying. If you're by yourself in a lower level, maybe not that strong, but it doesn't take too long. You're gonna run through here, then run this way, getting past some dudes, and then you will eventually be able to get to the Necropolis. And your goal here is to kill all these zombies. Again, it's easy to do in a small group. I suggest just one other person. Hopefully someone that you've married for that extra little boost. And really, you just run through here. Like so. Just grab as many people as you can. Other people will be trying to do this, but again, AoE is your friend. Just pop an XP scroll and take a trip in the desert, grabbing as many people as you can. This is a pretty popular place, so you're going to run into times where there's just a whole bunch of people. But the place is pretty big, so it shouldn't be that bad. People can spread out, you know, if they're playing nice people. But yeah, you could spend hours here. It's a little bit easier on your processor. If you come here instead of doing the dolmens. But it all adds up the same. Good experience. You get your fighters skilled up. And yeah, I think it's pretty good. Once again, that is in the Alakir Desert, using this way shrine in the Necropolis. Also, at the very end is a boss. If you want, if you can solo it yourself. Or you could get a group. And he's down here. and I went over this bridge like a fun person. So we're gonna jump off, because I'm not scared. Whee! Don't mind the screams. She's okay. She's a big girl. Oh my, a mud crab. Whatever will I do? Oh, he brought friends. How nice of him. Alright. So yeah. This is your world boss. He's actually not that hard to finish. This guy has already started him. It's actually sorta 2 world bosses. It's a guy that summons another guy, but really it isn't that bad. Hey, look, a chest. But yeah. A nice place to level up your fighter's guild. A nice place for experience in general. And if you got a friend or friends, you can fight a world boss. As you can see, there's a few chest spawns and a handful of resource spawns along with a mage's guild book. So this is pretty rich. I do recommend coming this way. Alright everyone, this is the last of the easy places to get to for experience. This is Orcrest. It's in Northern Elsewhere. The Stitches Way Shrine, and if I remember correctly, this is part of the base game. And what you're gonna want to do is you're just gonna want to run a circle in this spot right here. Again, you could do it by yourself, or you could do it with one friend. I do not suggest a bigger group here. If you're gonna do this with someone else, I'd leave it at one other person. Again, hopefully someone that you've married for the extra experience. And if you come over here, you're gonna run to a boss. This guy does give decent experience, and of course, if you're trying to get the set here, you're gonna be hitting him. He's not too bad. Of course, there are other cycles in here that you could do, like over here. And I do believe there are at least 2 bosses in this area right here. But I just like to stick to this. Oops. I like to stick to this one right here. Let's see if he, dropped something useful. Oh my goodness. Huh, he didn't drop anything useful. Oh well. But this is the last easy place for just about everyone to get to for experience. I'll show one of the harder places because I myself can still get there. The last place is one that's a little bit more involved. But the next one that I'm going to show you, that I'm not going to go all the way in because I'm not that strong, sorry guys. But the next place is also good for experience. It's just a bit harder. Alright, so this is the last of the experience farms that I'll be showing today. It is Black Rose Prison. It's in Murkmire. You can get to it by the Black Rose Prison Way Shrine. This is an arena. You can do it yourself. And I'd be prepared for it. Have decent mix of skills that will help you survive, and armor that'll help you survive and do damage. Like I said, you can do it yourself with the proper skills and armor, and there are a lot of videos on people that can solo this. But in the case that I will be speaking on, I again suggest grabbing one person, hopefully someone you are married to for that extra bit of experience, and popping an experience scroll. Because what you will be doing here is you're going to be going through the first boss, and then the second boss, and then you're going to stop, reset, and do the first boss and second boss again. And you will keep doing that as long as you want to get experience. I will show you a little bit of what can happen when you're not fully prepared being here. This is a decent character, but she's not... Oh my. This is not a solo spec character. She does have armor that is okay for arenas, but look at that damage. Look at that damage. Look at it. Yeah, so again, I'm not the best here, but if you're not prepared, you're gonna get hurt. So while you can solo that, you just gotta be more prepared than I was. Otherwise, you're gonna get shot in the face by a fire Daedra. Alright, well, thanks for listening to me. I hope I helped a bit, and have a